impressions of training this week?
Yeah, training has been good. Coming off of our last performance, that I thought was a very dominant performance. Obviously, not the full points that we wanted. There's a lot of good stuff we're doing out there in the processes, and it's continuing into this week.
Is training, when you're kind of scheduling training, is it a reaction to the last game or preparation for the next game?
Yeah, I think it's a continuation of what we're working on. That's the most important thing. We don't really deviate a lot away from our principles. It's more about how we're going to apply those to our opponent coming up, and just where we need to tweak things in certain areas of the field to be better. And obviously, you always work on the attacking principles of the game, as we saw on Saturday. That's the most difficult thing. You either leave it to random chance and luck on the field, or you work on it to make sure you get it through processes, and that's what we try and do. So that's always a big part of the week of training.
When you're bringing a player in, if it's a developmental player, let's say, are you just looking at it as, this is a guy with a lot of talent, or is it, here's a guy who can fill this specific need on our roster? Like, what kind of goes into your decisions on bringing players in?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. One, it's you look at your immediate needs and whether you've got injuries or so on, where guys can fit in and do things. And the other one is for the future. So you're not looking at the player for today, but you're looking at making sure that player gets the stimulus is in a professional environment to be out here to understand what it's like to be part of the club, because he may be the one that's going to join the club next year or the year after down the road. So you look at it from two things. One is the immediate need and the long-term future and prospect of that player.
Noah Jensen, I know he scored his goal and that's getting all the attention, but you pointed out that he's been doing a lot of good things even outside of that goal. Does he benefit from being on the field with Kyle Becker, even Urciuoli, experienced guys that play a similar role as him?
Yeah, 100%. And Noah's a perfect example of that player who in the past years has been in here training, being used to the environment, and now he's doing it full time. I think one, it's you learn, and two, it's you learn to challenge yourself. So you're going to learn from Becker and Janssen, but you're also going to challenge yourself, knowing that they're your competitors to get on the pitch. And when your time comes, you need to be ready, and that's the one thing I think he's done excellent throughout this whole phase of the season, even preseason. His head is down, he's working hard, he's understanding the concepts, and he knows, it's always a challenge to get into the lineup, but when he gets in there, he's proving that he's doing the right things, and I think that only bodes well for him going forward.
How does the tactical demand change for a player coming into, getting his first experience in the pros? Can it be overwhelming?
I think it all depends. It depends on the team. It depends on the coach. I think here you have a lot of tactical demands. We don't leave anything to luck out there and so on. So a player comes in here, but I think what we try and instill in the players is it's simple concepts and simple principles of the game, because this game's not about rocket science. It's not overly complicated. We want to do certain things on the pitch in certain areas of the field, and how we move the ball and how we progress in certain areas of the field. So I think, it's an easy progression for players, and I think they really enjoy that. They enjoy having their roles, defined in certain ways, and their freedom in other ways on the pitch.
All right, thoughts on your upcoming opponent this weekend?
Yeah, Halifax always a tough team to play in Halifax. They've got a good home field advantage with their fans, but we enjoy going there and playing games. That's what you like. We love playing in front of our big crowds here at Tim Hortons Field, and we love playing against big crowds when we go away. So I think it's going to be a very good match. It has been, over the years between us. Their style has changed a little bit over the last year, and they've been very positive up to date.
Just in terms of tactics and strategy, does it change home or away?
Not necessarily, no. The principles for us are a little bit the same. It's just how we're going to go about neutralizing the opponent in certain areas, and where we're going to attack and where we're going to choose to put our emphasis based on what they give on the field, and where we think we can look at the opportunities we have against them.
We are the mighty, mighty